Someone asks, "Are we okay?" The partner says yes. 10 minutes later, the same worry returns. They ask again, then apologize, then check the tone of every message. Constant reassurance is not usually about wanting attention for no reason. It is often an attempt to calm a nervous attachment system that does not stay calm for long. Reassurance becomes constant when the relief does not last. A kind reply may soothe the fear for a moment, but the mind quickly finds another uncertainty. What if they only said that to be nice? What if they are tired of me? What if something changed? The need restarts. This pattern often connects to fear of abandonment. If someone has experienced inconsistency, rejection, betrayal, emotional neglect, or unpredictable care, closeness may feel fragile. Even in a healthy relationship, the body may keep scanning for signs that love is about to disappear. The person may not be trying to control their partner. They may be trying to regulate panic. A delayed text, shorter reply, quiet evening, or tired facial expression can feel like evidence of distance. The fear arrives before the person has enough facts to understand what is actually happening. Reassurance can become a cycle. Anxiety rises. The person asks for comfort, the partner responds, anxiety drops, and then another trigger starts the process again. If the couple does not understand the cycle, one person feels needy and ashamed while the other feels pressured and exhausted. A real example is a partner going out with friends. Nothing harmful is happening, but the anxious partner imagines being forgotten. They ask for updates, then ask whether the partner misses them, then feel embarrassed for asking. The reassurance helps, but the deeper fear remains untouched. Another example is conflict. After an argument, one person may need to hear, "I still love you, and we will talk later." Without that repair signal, silence feels like rejection. The problem is not the need for comfort. The problem is when comfort has to be repeated endlessly to feel believable. Some reassurance needs are healthy. Asking for clarity after a confusing moment is normal. Wanting affection, apology, or repair is not weakness. The issue becomes heavier when reassurance is used as the only way to manage anxiety, instead of one part of a larger emotional skill set. Partners often make the mistake of saying, "Just stop worrying." That rarely works because the person already knows the fear may be exaggerated. What they lack is a felt sense of safety. Logic can answer the question, but the nervous system may still act like danger is near. The reassurance seeker can also make a mistake, asking the same question in many different forms. Do you love me? Are you mad? Are you sure? Did I do something? Each question looks different, but the emotional request is the same. Please prove I am still safe with you. A healthier approach starts by naming the fear directly. Instead of asking 5 checking questions, the person might say, "I know you are tired, but my anxiety is telling me you are pulling away. Can you give me one clear reassurance, and then I will work on calming myself too?" That kind of request is easier for a partner to answer because it is honest and bounded. The partner is not being asked to prove love forever. They are being asked to help in one moment. A specific reassurance can support connection without becoming an endless interrogation. The reassurance seeker also needs internal tools. Slow breathing, journaling, naming the trigger, checking facts, calling a friend, taking a walk, or waiting 10 minutes before asking again can help. These tools do not replace the partner. They help the person stop handing all regulation to the relationship. Consistency from the partner matters too. Random affection followed by long emotional disappearance can intensify reassurance seeking. Small predictable signals help. Saying when you will call, following through, repairing after conflict, and explaining tiredness instead of leaving the other person to guess. But reassurance should not become a demand that erases the partner's freedom. A partner cannot be expected to answer every message instantly, abandon all plans, or constantly prove loyalty. Healthy reassurance supports safety while still allowing both people to have separate emotions, time, and space. Sometimes constant reassurance is connected to past betrayal. If someone was lied to, cheated on, or suddenly abandoned, the mind may try to prevent pain by checking early and often. Healing requires time, trustworthy behavior, and sometimes professional support, not simply telling the person to get over it. The goal is not to never need reassurance. Secure relationships include reassurance. The goal is for reassurance to land. When a partner says, "I care about you," the body gradually learns to hold that message longer. That happens through repeated safe experiences, not one perfect conversation. A useful question is, am I asking for connection, or am I asking my partner to erase an anxiety I also need to manage? Connection is healthy. Outsourcing every fear becomes exhausting. The answer helps the person choose whether to speak, self-soothe, or do both. For the partner, the best response is often warmth plus boundaries. Something like, "I love you and we are okay, but I cannot keep answering the same question all night. Let us talk for 10 minutes and then both rest." That gives care without feeding the loop forever. Constant reassurance is a signal, not a character flaw. It points to fear that safety may vanish at any moment. The way forward is not shame or endless checking. It is clearer communication, steadier behavior, internal calming skills, and relationships where reassurance can be given, received, and slowly trusted. This pattern can also appear in friendships. A friend may ask, "Are you upset with me?" after a short reply or canceled plan. The fear is not only romantic. It is the fear of being quietly replaced, disliked, or forgotten by someone important. Childhood inconsistency can make reassurance hard to believe. If care was warm one day and cold the next, the person may learn that affection can disappear without warning. Later, even steady love may feel temporary because the nervous system expects the pattern to change. A partner can help by being specific. Instead of saying, "Stop worrying," they might say, "I am quiet because I had a long day, not because I am upset with you." Specific reassurance answers the actual fear and gives the anxious mind fewer empty spaces to fill. A person can also practice receiving reassurance without arguing against it. If the partner says, "I am here and I care," the next step is not to collect more proof immediately. It may be to breathe, let the sentence land, and notice how long the calm can stay. Over time, reassurance works best when it becomes part of a predictable relationship pattern. Clear repair after conflict, honest updates, consistent affection, and respectful boundaries teach safety gradually. The anxious person still has work to do, but the relationship stops feeling like a mystery that must be solved every hour. The healthiest reassurance does not make one person the permanent guard of the other person's fear. It builds enough steadiness that both people can return to the relationship without checking it every few minutes.